Avilio. Welcome, wizards, witches, and nomads. My name's David Cicello, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to visit my channel, Wands and Reviews. Today's video is about an item that is featured in the video game Hogwarts Legacy. The game has now been out for several months, and just to be fair warned, there will be spoilers. And if you've not played the game and you don't want to know about it, please turn away now. In the video game Hogwarts Legacy, there is a relationship quest titled In the Shadow of the Relic. In this quest, you learn about a dark artifact that has the ability to summon the inferi, as well as heal those who've been afflicted by dark magic by the way of sacrifice. The dark artifact was discovered by a student of Salazar Slytherin who wrote down what he learned. And centuries later, those notes were found by Sebastian Shaw, who wished to use this relic to save his sister Anne from a curse that she had been put under. Locating the relic deep within the catacombs of Feldcroft, Sebastian summoned the inferi, putting the entire town into danger. And much to the shock of Anne, his friend, your character, and ominous Gaunt, who learned what Sebastian was up to, fought their way through the inferi-infested catacombs, begging Sebastian to stop. When Sebastian refused, Anne's uncle Solomon appeared, taking the relic from Sebastian's grasp, and with a nonverbal spell, disintegrated the relic to Sebastian's horror. What happens from there is your decision, because you are the one who decides what happens in Hogwarts Legacy. I liked the relic from the game so much that I decided to purchase a 3D printed kit from YokaiTech on Etsy. The kit comes with everything you need to assemble the relic except for the tools, the paint, and the glue because it is a kit, but you can also purchase an already assembled version. The color printed instructions seem easy to follow, so I'm going to go work on it and I'll return shortly. Alright, I'm back. Sitting in front of me is the finished 3D printed Relic kit as seen in the Hogwarts Legacy game. I'll first start off by saying that the print quality was clean and there was minimal effort in the cleanup and prep work. So let me show you some of my progress, and then we can take a closer look at the relic as seen in the video game Hogwarts Legacy. Unfortunately, when I received the relic in the mail, on 3 of the sides, the bottom support was snapped in the same place. This is probably due to a stress defect in the 3D print. It is not a big issue, as I was able to glue the 3 spots back together. I did a little bit of cleanup work to prep the relic for painting. Since it was a fairly clean 3D print, there was not much to clean up. I did leave some of the areas a little unrefined since this is an ancient relic and I did not want it to be perfect in detail. I gently washed the pieces with soap and warm water to remove any dust and residue before painting. Starting with the under or inside of the pyramid of the relic, I sprayed my base color onto the piece and on the base section. When dry, I will turn these parts over and repeat. After the base color had dried, I went in and added some more color by dry brushing to weather up the relic to make it look old and dirty. After I was happy with the weathering of the relic, I sprayed the painted relic with a matte clear coat to protect it. Next, I prepped the triangle pieces to install inside the relic. The white paper is sticky back so it sticks to the triangle pieces. Just use an X-Acto knife to trim off the excess paper. After I installed the triangles into the relic, I noticed the edges did not line up flush. It may have been error on my part when installing the triangles, so to correct this issue, I sanded them down. As I installed the triangles into the relic, one of the same spots that was cracked earlier and repaired cracked again. It's not a big deal, I just glued it back together and all is fine. I then added in the electronics that I soldered earlier into the bottom section of the relic and tested them. All is good and working properly. But I made my own modification to the relic. Just so the wires and LED light are not flopping around loose, I made a piece to fit inside the relic that will hold the light and wires in place. After I was happy with the two sections of the relic, I glued them together. I used clamps and clothespins to hold the two sections together as the glue dried. Here is the finished relic from Hogwarts Legacy. I learned a lot while working on this relic kit. If I were to go back and make a second one, I would not add the electronics. Instead, I would add some red paint to the inside and lightly sand the outside part of the triangles just so they're not as smooth and reflective. Besides, this piece is supposed to be old, and I just think that would help in the overall look. Plus, another thing that I would do is to join the two halves together by filling in the cracks and sanding them before painting. This would just make it look like one solid piece. I should have done that with this one, but I didn't because I was learning as I was putting this kit together. But overall, I'm extremely happy with how this relic turned out, and it will look good on one of my display shelves. Now, if you would like to acquire the Hogwarts Legacy Relic Kit of your own, or purchase one already completely finished, you can purchase one directly from YokaiTech on Etsy, and I'll leave a link in the description below. But if you choose to purchase one in kit form or finished form, please tell YokaiTech that you saw my review here on my channel, Wands and Reviews. I hope you enjoyed this video review today. If you did, please click on that thumbs up button, and if you're not already doing so, why not subscribe to my channel? I really do appreciate it, and remember to share this video with your family and all of your friends. Thank you, and have an inferi-free day.